And on this episode of Digging Your Own Grave, we have this from Insider Gaming. Ubisoft has put more money into marketing Star Wars Outlaw than any other game. Honestly, I forgot that Ubisoft is the same company that's making Yasuke, the greatest samurai of all time game that's coming out soon. And now you have that colossal failure happening along with this one. Star Wars Outlaws. It ain't gonna work, guys. Like there is no hype at all of this game. There's no one desperately looking for this game to finally come out, though. The only reason people are remotely talking about this game is because the main character looks like a goblin. Because it's the typical DEI, making all women ugly. That's what the gaming industry wants to do now. And for some odd reason, down with the ship is the motto for all of these game companies and movie companies and comic book companies and just companies in general now. All these companies at the same time decide to say, okay, we are going to lose everything. We are going to turn our entire fan base off. They're all going to go to different companies. The independents are going to be thriving very, very soon. And it's all 100% our fault. However, we are still going to continuously go down this road until there is nothing left. And that's all there is to really say about this game. There is no hype at all. You have Star Wars right now at its absolute lowest it's ever been. The lowest its popularity is gone right now. And people, after the Acolyte came out, everyone's saying, yes, Star Wars is dead. Star Wars died 3 series ago. I say Star Wars died with the Obi-Wan show, the Boba Fett show, with the Ahsoka show. The Acolyte is just the cherry on top of how ridiculous this company is being these days and how downhill their trajectory is. Disney's screwed. They can't get a win to save their lives right now. And Star Wars Outlaws, that's not going to help them going forward at all. You would think if this game became a massive, massive success, that Disney right now would be looking at this and saying, okay, the game's a hit, let's make a show out of it. Let's make a movie out of it. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen at all. This isn't going to be a $1 billion franchise about this character. Not even close. This game is not even going to remotely move the needle in any capacity at all. I think it's going to be as bad as Suicide Squad. Maybe even worse at this point, though. And recently they released Mr. Freeze DLC. Mrs. Freeze, that looks like a Mr. at some point of her life. Freeze? Yeah, it doesn't look good at all. That doesn't look remotely good. And again, back to Star Wars Outlaws. This is not going to be a fun game at all. Watching the gameplay, I'm not impressed in the slightest. It does nothing for me. It doesn't make me go, okay, well, she's hideous, but at least the game does this. It does nothing right for me. Here's a quote from it. It looks like this is from, I'm going to butcher the hell out of this name, Yiz Gillat, the longtime CEO of Ubisoft, says, "What we are factoring in is a strong launch for Star Wars Outlaws. That's the fact that it's among the most awaited games of the industry this year." I don't think so at all. Are people really clamoring for this game? Are they really marking this game down their calendars for the release date? No. Not even close. I think we're looking at it realistically because we want to see this industry fall and want to see how many more flops they could possibly have before they completely go bankrupt. Goes on to say, and reflecting a really strong positive community sentiment. And also the fact that we are coming up with the biggest marketing campaign ever so far for a Ubisoft game. Why? Why? You really think pumping money into the marketing of this game is going to help it in any way, shape, or form? I remember Bob Iger said this a while back, though. He said that the reason why they're doing a lot of sequels and spin-offs is because they have to spend less money on marketing. And yes, I understand that Ubisoft and Disney, they're not the same company. I understand that. But it still works the same way. Ubisoft is a brand name company. They don't really have to try too hard to market a game. You could just put the trailer on YouTube, and then all the content creators out there are going to take the trailer, put it on their channels, talk about it. People are going to be talking about it on Facebook, Instagram, all types of social media. So when you've made it in the world of, I guess, your product, you don't have to do very much to market it. Disney does not have to realistically do anything to market their movies or shows or whatever, because they are a brand name, extremely recognizable product. In the world of gaming, Ubisoft is up there with one of the most well-known companies out there. So you have a Star Wars product. This isn't like a Ubisoft original, something that they're just making up on their own. This is the brand of Star Wars. One of the most well-known franchises out there. You're telling me you have to do things to market it? You're telling me you have to get it out to the people? Ubisoft, you have Star Wars. One of the biggest franchises in the world, again, at its absolute lowest point right now, but still one of the biggest names out there. You think you have to put money into the marketing? You don't have to do very much at this point, except just make the game, pop a few videos of it on YouTube, and free social medias, and the people like me will promote the game for you. We'll clip the game. We'll talk about the game. We'll do all the marketing for you. All you have to do is just literally give us one video, and the world will do it for you. So who knows? Who knows how much money this company is going to hemorrhage with this game when it's all said and done? Because again, you got the Assassin's Creed Shadows game. It doesn't really look that great. They could have made it work. They chose to not make it work. And what's going on over there is insane with that guy that's fleeing the internet because he got caught trying to adjust some Wikipedia pages to make it seem like Yasuke was a real samurai and that his book about this dude was all factual. So Ubisoft, you have screwed up immensely. Can they recover from this? I don't know. I really don't know, because these games are not made in a week. This took years and years and years in the making. And when you have a product launch and you're not making any money back at all on two games that are coming out around the same time, ooh, that's not good. That's not good at all. But I guess, in the end, what do you guys think about that?